Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the New York Jets.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Our first carry for Najee Harris. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
At the 28-yard line.
From the shotgun, May with it. Wide open receiver complete. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. He's really starting to get up there towards 1,000. He's now at 997 career catches. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. May. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This defense for the Jets, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Again, it's Henderson. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 22.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third down.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll throw with May. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
On fourth down, out comes Andres Borregales for the Patriot field goal. And his kick is indeed good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Looking to put a drive together. Mayfield to throw it. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Mayfield now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
20. Here's Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. The Jets at 10-4 on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And again, it's Mayfield. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Malik Neighbors with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Jets are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Joey Sly on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3.
Patriots 3.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. May. Over the middle to Evans. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And now he is just 2 catches away from 1,000 on his career. 998 currently.
A gain of 7. First down, New England.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Throwing here is May. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
And the Patriots, first down. A gain of 31 yards. First down, Patriots.
They go play action now. May. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
They'll run here with Henderson. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Once more to Henderson. And he will again go backwards as they drive him back to the 4-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. And obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
No gain on the
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At their 49-yard line.
To throw, Mayfield. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Certainly worth noting he's now one catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Throwing, Mayfield. He finds Wilson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson with touchdown number 20 on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 8.
Patriots 6.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high power. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Will McDonald in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mayfield now from the 50. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
17 yards.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And
one play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. To the air, May. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's May. And this is caught by Evans. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
And it's 3rd down.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's May. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he's done it. 1,000 career catches with that last reception.
I don't care what you've done in your life. How many things have you done 1,000 times of significance? How about this? With that catch, now closing in on the top 10 all-time in NFL history, a very significant achievement.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's taken it right down Broadway. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a jet touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Mike Evans, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
The kick is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here's 2nd and 3.
180! Hey, alert, 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 alert! That's hot.
Mayfield. Out to the right here to Wilson. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Well, these two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the Jets winning on the road, so they're looking to finish off the sweep here now at MetLife Stadium.
Mayfield looks to throw. Always hitting, lost the football, put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
That swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll give them 8 that time. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll throw with May.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Mike Evans, as the first half is winding down. And the Pats are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime.
Kings! What's up?
Now Mayfield. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Malik Neighbors as the first half is winding down. And the Jets would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Patriots 20.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Regular.
Mayfield to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Mayfield down. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Malik Neighbors halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Jets go up by 2 touchdowns. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change their thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
2nd and 10.
Henderson running straight ahead. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
From the gun on 3rd down is May.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Will McDonald
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game? It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
Fighting ahead at the 15. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Second and a couple.
Here's Hall again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Here's Mayfield.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Jets have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Looking to throw. May. Oh, an ill-advised throw there, and it's intercepted.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They run the toss with Henderson.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. And that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Throwing here is May. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw.
They'll swing this out to Henderson.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
At the 44-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Henderson. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 31-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They go play action now. May. This is caught by Evans. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's May. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Keyshawn Boutte. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jets have got it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
44 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here now, 2nd and 4. Ball again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
New England on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Joey Sly on the field goal.
Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and try to add to this lead.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level. They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 27 yards.
And the Patriots are able to cut into that deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
To throw, Mayfield. Able to shake him off. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Give him 32 on the play.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Jets are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Looking to put a drive together.
To the air, May. They set up the screen for Henderson.
Yeah, he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
3 yards to go.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
To throw, it's May. He'll try to pick it up himself. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with May. He's got his target. That's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And this one caught downfield by Evans. Now he's loose again.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Mike Evans with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year.
And the Patriots have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Jets have got it.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case,
and all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall
with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game.
And the Jets are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
and frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's May.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league,
Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack.
we all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They're going to look to throw.
And pass complete. Here's Butte with it.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot. Well, how about the coverage we just saw them break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They're going on fourth down. May.
And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football.
The play is a turnover on downs.
What's up?
Running left, it's Hall.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they take a knee. And they will take a knee here.